Schools Chancellor David Banks was with the mayor today when he announced the new schools chancellor, Melissa Ramos. She's currently a deputy chancellor and is set to take over in January.
This, of course, is the latest chapter in what has been a tumultuous few weeks for the Adams administration. The schools chancellor, along with the former NYPD commissioner Edward Caban, health commissioner Ashwin Vasan, and the mayor's chief counsel have all left or are leaving.
As for the mayor himself, Mr. Adams insists he's continuing to do the city's business. But from the outside, the pressure is starting to build. Tonight, New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is calling for the mayor to step down. Lots going on. Eyewitness News reporter NJ Burkett live at City Hall with our lead story. Newt.
And right, Bill, tonight in a sharply worded statement, the mayor of New York is calling the Congresswoman a hypocrite. More on that in a moment, but first, tension here at City Hall and the mayor's apparent attempts to keep calm and carry on.
It's the image the Adams administration was determined to project. The mayor all smiles while praising outgoing schools chancellor David Banks, who insisted he was retiring, not resigning.
First of all, after 40 years, I'm tired.
Banks embraced his fiancée, First Deputy Mayor Sheena Wright, believed to be their first public appearance together since the FBI seized their cell phones and laptops exactly 3 weeks ago today. Banks is now the fourth administration official to offer his resignation this month. Health Commissioner Ashwin Vasan announced that he, like Banks, will leave at the end of the year. Police Commissioner Edward Caban resigned after his phones were seized. And Lisa Zornberg, the mayor's chief counsel, abruptly quit after sources say her legal advice was ignored. The scope of the investigations is unprecedented in the recent history of City Hall. Broadly focused on the NYPD's nightlife enforcement practices and influence peddling in awarding city contracts. The FBI has also seized the electronics belonging to David Banks' brother, Deputy Mayor Phil Banks, and a third Banks brother, private consultant Terrence Banks, as well as top Adams advisor Timothy Pearson. The mayor surrendered his own phones last November as part of a separate federal probe into his ties to Turkey and 5 other nations. He insisted yesterday he has no plans to resign.
I'm stepping up, not stepping down. I have a city to run.
This morning, City Council Speaker Adrian Adams voiced support for the mayor.
Do you have confidence in Mayor Adams' ability to govern the city?
Yes, I do, and I think that's all I'm going to answer on that.
Sentiments echoed in Washington by House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries.
I can tell Mayor Adams is trying to do the best that he can in one of the toughest jobs in the world to keep the focus on meeting the needs of the residents of the people of New York City.
But Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was blunt on social media. For the good of the city, she wrote, he should resign.
And the mayor's response tonight, quote, for anyone who self-righteously claims people charged with serious crimes should not be in jail, to now say that the second black mayor of New York should resign because of rumors and innuendo without even a single charge being filed is the height of hypocrisy. I will stay and fight, he says, no matter what, end quote. Again, to be clear, nobody has been charged with or accused of any crime. Speaker Adams told me today she will take questions from reporters here tomorrow.